Boxing fans, have you ever wondered why we don't have a specific source on YouTube that you could go to that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and give you up-to-date boxing news plus the current boxing odds? Well, my team and I behind the scenes over the last few months have been working hard to bring this product to you. It's a brand new 24/7 live stream channel called Boxing News Now. They are sponsoring this video. Go to their YouTube channel right now and become part of YouTube's first ever 24/7 boxing only live stream. What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny. And in today's video, we're gonna be taking a closer look at the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's unification world title fight at 154 pounds between two champions. We have the WBO champion Xander Zayas and the WBA champion Abass Baraou. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also like this video? Hit the notification button on my channel so you never miss one of my world famous daily professional betting live streams. Also, guys, we launched our new Patreon. The Patreon link is pinned in the comments section below. It's a couple bucks a month. You get access to our private VIP betting Discord. Also, become a member on our YouTube channel. That link is pinned as well, a couple bucks a month. Whichever one you choose, you gain access to our Discord. The Discord is a growing community. We launched it a couple months ago. We are at around 340 VIPs in that Discord. Click the link to find out more. Guys, in a fight week filled with massive championship fights, big title fights, 3 of the current champions at 154 will be in action. We already covered on the channel Bakr Murtazayev taking on Joshua Kelly in Newcastle. The fight we're going to be featuring today on the channel takes place in Puerto Rico between two world champions, the WBO king Xander Zayas and the WBA champion Abass Baraou. We last saw Abass Baraou in a fight in which he went into as a close to 6-1 underdog. Going into that fight, we live streamed it, we broke it down. I didn't talk to a lot of people who were taking Baraou to beat Xander. So if you watch that fight, pretty much from pillar to post, Abass Baraou implemented his game plan. He's a pressure forward, front foot fighter, used his volume, and in my opinion, the thing he does really well, other than melt his opponents, usually as an outcome of that volume, is when he's punching with you, his combination punches. And we saw Xander not being able to make adjustments, not being able to escape the pocket. It was by no means even a close fight. Baraou won a unanimous decision, and afterwards, he was elevated as full world champion by the WBA. In his opponent, we last saw the young Xander Zayas at the time vying to be boxing's youngest world champion when he took on a very tough, very slick Chino Garcia. In that fight, Xander Zayas put on the fight of his career up until this moment, outboxing a very tough, durable veteran. We saw Chino Garcia on the channel. He got that Xander Zayas fight by his impressive performance over Charles Conwell, a fight in which he was the underdog. So going into the Zayas-Garcia fight, a lot of us were like, is this too much, too soon for Zayas? And he answered all those questions. We do know now after Abdullah Mason beat Sam Noakes, Mason is now the youngest world champion in boxing. So in this video, what we're gonna do is break down both fighters' careers. We're gonna talk a little bit about how they go about their business, and stay tuned to the end of the video. Like always, that's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. Guys, the more tape I watch on Abass Baraou, the more I like his style, the more I like his story. At 31 years old, he doesn't have a perfect record. His only loss came 6 years ago to a very tough, very prime, and very good Jack Colque. Since then, he's won every single fight, flying under the radar. If you go over YouTube boxing content creators, over in the UK and in Europe, everybody's picking Abass Baraou. I live in Australia. You guys know the JSB Discord. We have over 350 people in there. I put a poll up on my Instagram. We have 42,000 people on the IG, and a lot of people in my network are picking Xander Zayas. So it leaves me questioning how much of this is recency bias, how much of this is geographical bias. So even up until the time of me filming this, I was kind of torn. When we look at the odds, when we get there at the end of the video, I think once again, Baraou is being disrespected by the odds makers. Personally, I want to state this right now. I think this is a 50-50 fight especially where both guys are at their career. Baraou is in his physical prime at 31 years old. He's as confident as ever, and we know the minute a fighter gets a world title around their waist, it elevates them. Xander is still growing into his body at 23 years old. You watch his Instagram, you watch his strength and conditioning, and you can see this guy right now at 154 potentially becoming a champion at 60 and maybe even 68. That last performance against Chino really answered questions for me. Can he fight a guy who's gonna punch off of his back foot? Can he handle a guy, a veteran who's slick, who isn't troubled by a lot of the technical problems that Xander throws at his opponent? Xander is a very technical boxer, puncher. He's a guy that can use the entire ring, but he likes utilizing his jab to control range and distance and fighting at that space. Now, with Baraou, why it's so interesting is Baraou is going to do his best not to give Xander that option. Barau's going to get on his front foot. He's going to use slips, rolls to get past that jab and force a gritty, dirty fight for Xander, and we'll see how this plays out. We'll see if Xander's counterboxing and his exits will be clean enough to keep a very aggressive Abass Baraou at bay. Right now, I do want to take a closer look at Abass Baraou and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Abass Baraou is 17-1 of his 17 wins. 9 of them are by way of knockout. His one loss was a decision. Out of 2,380 fighters in the world at 154, he's ranked 12. He's fought a career total of 131 pro rounds and carries in the ring a 53% career knockout to win ratio. The 31-year-old was born in Germany. He's a 5'9.5" orthodox fighter, and he lives in Berlin, Germany. We last saw him fight Xander Zayas, 10-0 UD in the 12th. Macaulay McGowan, 20-4 UD in the 12th. Sam Edgington, 34-8, won a majority decision in the 12th. Hugo Noriega, 9-1 UD in the 8th. Ferenc Katona, 11-9, stopped him in the 3rd. And going into the Xander Zayas fight, a lot of the boxing pundits and the talking heads were talking about the lack of a resume for Abass Baraou. They mentioned the one loss years ago to Jack Colkay, and they came up with a conclusion to saying, well, all this leading with the momentum into the Xander Zayas fight, Zayas being the one being propped up and projected to win that fight, not many people were picking Baraou, and he proved the naysayers wrong with that style, a very determined style, a guy who doesn't mind getting hit on the way in, but once he's inside your wheelhouse, he's gonna work the body and work different levels. I love how he goes to the body and goes up top, and he forces his opponents to make adjustments. He forces his opponents to punch with him and make the decision to stay there, and some of his opponents stay there too long and get touched too much, as we saw in the Zayas fight. Right now, let's take a closer look at Xander Zayas and see what he's been up to. Guys, Xander Zayas is 22-0 of his 22 wins. 13 of them are by way of knockout. Out of 2,380 fighters in the world at 154, he's ranked number 3. He's fought a career total of 112 pro rounds and carries in the ring a 60% knockout to win ratio. He is the WBO World Super Welterweight Champion. The 23-year-old Puerto Rican is a 5'10" orthodox fighter with a 74-inch reach. He was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico, but calls Sunrise, Florida, USA home. We last saw him fight Chino Garcia, 33-4 UD in the 12th. Slava Spomer, 20-0, stopped him in the 9th. Sosa, 25-2 UD in the 10th. Patrick Teixeira, 34-4 UD in the 10th. Fortea, 24-3, stopped him in the 5th. At 23 years old, all boxing fans, guys like myself, have watched Xander Zayas grow up right in front of us. He's grown up under the bright lights. This is a guy, since he was in his mid-teens, that people were talking about. We were telling people, put an asterisk by his name. He ticks all the boxes, from the athleticism to the boxing skill set to the marketability. He's bilingual. That's important in terms of becoming a global superstar. And each time, fight in and fight out, from the Spomer body shot knockout to how he dealt with Chino, a real veteran, I'm seeing the kid continuously leveling up. I love this matchmaking, and I love a unification fight. He's gonna be in there with a real pro, a real legit world champion, and we're gonna see how he handles that pressure. Does he melt? Is he able to keep his composure and use the entire ring, get on his jab, and force Baraou to fight him at his range? I feel that is going to be the game within the game. Whoever's able to control range and control distance will be the victor. Right now, I do want to take a closer look at the Las Vegas odds. Guys, but before I give you my prediction, remember, I do live streams every single day. In those live streams, I take your questions. It's a great opportunity for you guys to pick my brain. We build parlays, we do over and unders. I give you guys my underdogs of the week. Also, a benefit of joining our JSB Insider Professional Betting Discord is you get all of my bets and all of my picks. It's only a couple bucks a month. That link is pinned in the comment section below, so click that to find out more. All right, guys, wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps. Currently, Xander Zayas is a $1.28 favorite, meaning you put 100 on Zayas to win, you get your money back plus 28 bucks. Abass Baraou is $4.10 dog, meaning you put 100 on him, you get your money back plus 310 bucks. So Baraou is quite honestly a 3-to-1 dog. I feel that is not as disrespectful as the Tejas fight, but I feel the bookmakers have learned. I think this is a coin flip. I really do. I think this is a tricky fight for Xander Zayas, especially where he is at his career trajectory. He says he wants to fight the best. He says he wants unification fights. A lot of champions say that, but we don't see it a lot. So he's going to get what he asked for. And Abass Baraou is a very determined guy who feels he's been overlooked. And at 31, it's his time, and he has no plans giving up the belt. Flip a coin, value play. It's tough not to sprinkle on Abass Baraou. You're getting him at plus money, 3-to-1 dog. What I do with my channel, though, is I take pride, no matter what the odds are, picking winners. Also, I like making you guys money. So in my pick, I think it's going to be business as usual. The fight is in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Xander Zayas is the younger guy. He's going to be the bigger guy. I think, just like I said about Baraou with the belt around his waist, Xander's going to level up once again. There's no reason for me to see so far in his career trajectory any degradation. I think we're just going to see him getting better and better, and I expect Xander Zayas to come out on top, but in a very close fight. So in the comment section below, this is not an echo chamber. Who do you guys see winning this? Will it be Xander Zayas or will it be Abass Baraou? Guys, also, if you haven't caught my breakdown, prediction, and analysis of a world title fight this weekend in New York at 140 pounds between the ring and WBO champion Teofimolopez taking on the 135-pound king Shakurstevenson, stay tuned to the channel because that's coming up right now.